Journal.
Yes, or diary. You might prefer one.
I don't mind.
It'll be a good idea.
Every fucking day, though.
Not every day, just the days you feel are important.
Like, when I make progress.
Exactly. Or even when you feel like you're regressing. You can document whatever you want.
Any days.
Any of them. It'll help you express things. A lot of people feel more confident writing something they know no one will read, rather than saying it out loud. It's just a unpublished place for your thoughts. Even the darkest, most fucked up ones.
And you won't read it.
Not unless you want me to.
Maybe some of the entries on some days.
Whatever you'd feel comfortable with.
Yeah. That sounds good.
So you'll start today?
If anything happens.
Well, this is something interesting that's happened. It might be a good idea to start off with this, with me telling you to write a diary or journal.
I prefer diary now.
Diary. Maybe draw something in it if you're feeling creative. Decorate it, make it yours.
Maybe. My creativity sort of left.
Oh, that's all right. Just whatever you feel like on the day.
I think he took it.
Have you done anything you liked since the attack?
No, I can't.
Maybe try. See how it feels. Do something you always enjoy.
Like knitting. Or taking a bath.
Yeah. Anything you enjoy.
She told me to try and cleanse myself. Like I'm washing his scent off my skin. Washing his hands away with warm, soapy water. Rinsing the bruises and the marks off. Basking in the unrelenting warmth and comfort of the water. Warmer than any touch. More loving and caring, almost. There's something about a shower or a bath which makes you feel like everything's going to be fine for that time. I prefer showers sometimes because the pressure of the water and its movement feels better than a calm, still bath. I need movement, I need something to be happening. Otherwise I get lost. Same with social situations, I always try and surround myself with lots of people so I don't have to be left with myself. I can't do that. My mind always starts going back to him. I'd rather it went anywhere else than that. I'd rather it trawled through my other memories. Maybe even the good ones. I want my good memories back. I want my mind to gravitate towards those ones like it used to. I want myself back. time I take a shower, it's like I'm hoping I can piece back another part of my skin, my body, my skin today, my muscle, tissues, fat, organs, other organs, female. I want them back. I don't know if I'll ever reclaim that. Doing so feels very far away. I can see some of the pieces coming back. My skin, other parts. Not that. And every time I try to make it come back, through the showers, through other things, it always feels like him. Like his possession. My body is no longer mine. I gave it up. That's the guilt. Gave it up. I still love showers. Maybe not as much as I used to. Then again, maybe more. The first because it feels like cleansing, more than enjoyment. Sterile, clean. And the second because it's more comforting. More of a safe haven than before. It's the escapism I enjoy. Enveloped in warmth, locked in one room, and then there's the being naked, feeling exposed, but the water's covering me, protecting me. And I understand why she told me to cleanse myself. Washing the shower gel over my body, smooth, sweet, across my arm. Feels good. Holding myself carefully, fragile body. Take care. Fragile mind. More fragile. Water washes over me. Shower gel pulling down around my feet. Foam. I used to play when I was a kid. Squish it between my toes. I turn the shower off. Out. You told me to make an online dating profile.
Yes, Tinder.
Yeah, it said it'd
Help. This will help, honestly. You'll start trusting men more. Just try it out and see how you feel about it. If anything, it will just show you how much progress you've made. Or how much you need to make.
I guess. It scares me.
What part of it scares you?
The anonymity. No second names or personality. A few photos. I have no idea about this person. Could even be him. I his face out of my mind, especially when I look at people, men.
Would you be uncomfortable signing up?
It'd be fun, mostly, as well as everything else.
But it would help?
Yeah.
Pick some photos from your phone. Tell me how it feels.
My favourite photos. Like when I've just climbed a mountain for the first time. I'm all red-faced and probably sweaty. My hair is fucking everywhere, but it's my favourite photo. Me. Strong, confident, accomplishing things.
Put that one at the end. The last image.
Yeah. Yeah, I like that. And then the group photo. Me and my friends at this fancy Michelin star restaurant. The first time I ever went. The only time. It shows I'm classy and it shows my passion about food. I want people to know my personality, know me through the photos.
You'd prefer people to know?
Yeah. The ideal me. And then the third photo would be... me in the top I knitted, the jumper, looking all cosy and nerdy. My Doctor Who Christmas jumper. I knitted every single part of it, every centimetre, every inch. It's just me.
That's a good idea, including your hobbies. It's a good part of yourself that you enjoy, and it brings you closer to your centre. You know, when it feels right and safe and cosy, like that jumper.
Yeah. Like that jumper. That's right. They'll be my photos.
No fourth photo?
I think they all show the different layers to me. Food orientated, cozy and nerdy, and adventurous. All those things in one package. I feel excited.
Good. Channel it. Positive.
Yeah, very positive. I feel good.
And your bio?
Like a description.
Yeah, exactly.
Like a job application. When people say the first line of your CV and what's engagement.
It's an opportunity. It's a summary of yourself, a package. A package of you and your personality. It's your essence.
Yeah, that's right.
What's your essence?
Fucking broken.
Actually, a lot of women put that in their bio. Or anything that suggests they've been hurt before, as they put it.
I don't want to put that. I want something interesting, but normal. I want normal.
Think about summarising your hobbies, maybe in a humorous way. Or talk about what you're looking for. Someone to go to fancy restaurants with, or someone to binge the latest Netflix show with, or something like that.
It's so complicated. Like a game.
It can be a fun game, though.
Yeah, I suppose so.
So, what do you think?
Foodie, adventurer, knitter.
Okay, maybe something with a little bit more humour, a little more personality.
Looking for someone to eat fancy food with. Bonus, will knit you a Christmas jumper.
Good, good. I like it.
I'm typing it up now. Writing my bio. Photo loading. So fucking sexual. Not that I didn't believe what people told me about it, I did. I just didn't quite understand the extent. I didn't quite want to believe it. Wanted to find a diamond in the rough, amongst all the weirdness. I hoped. My photos weren't even that bad. They were all interesting, they had enough personality, nothing too extreme out there. I want to show enough of myself, but not too much. I didn't expect it all to happen. 21 matches in the first day. Not that I'm bragging, it felt odd. All these men, ready, lined up around the corner, and I'll never know which one of them might be like him. Waiting for me, lurking, pounce. Their faces all hold parts of him that I remember. Broad face, or the hairline, thin lips maybe, pale skin, masculine features, male, man. Trust is difficult after this. Every hey, a hand, touching, grasping, an opportunity to connect, but also to ruin, violate, deteriorate. It's a crazy paradox because I want to talk, connect, but what if they're another him? I sometimes feel like I can't answer because that feels like an immediate yes. It feels like consent I don't want to give. It feels like a big touch me, do whatever the fuck you want with me, my body is yours. But it's not. My body is my own. I don't want to tell them that. My body is my own. Should be. It's more his right now. Starting to take it back. Reclaim. Skin, flesh, bones, fat, everything mine. And I hear his voice in the messages. In every how are you, in every compliment and pickup line, every single fucking word. He's in everything I see in those messages. He screams through them in vulgarity. All the mentions of sex, the word going round and round and round my mind like a lullaby. like a nursery. The first guy started off fine enough. He asked me about what brought me here and what I liked doing. I told him about my sewing, my arts and crafts work. I didn't tell him that I barely do it anymore because of what happened. Most nights I do nothing. Lie there, work overtime, distract myself. Asked if I'd like doing him. Fuck. I can feel him around me, grabbing tighter, suffocating in me, and I can't think. Panic, unmatched. I deleted it for a week. Couldn't look at my phone until 2 days ago. I've signed up again now. It's a bit addictive. Like a car crash. Can't look away. I answered the other 20 messages I got. Man 2 was the nicest, I thought. We talked about books and about how powerful storytelling can be. And we talked about music and our favourite food and that kind of thing. And then he started talking about what he was on the app for. No commitment. I didn't mind. And then he started talking about how if we want a second date and I started taking his top off, he wouldn't mind. How he'd even fuck on the first date. Fuck. He said, fuck. I hate that word. It's so impersonal, like, I'm a blow-up doll, an object, that's it. I went along with it for a bit, I don't know why, I was just interested in the guy, not the sex. Definitely not the sex. He seemed like me, we had things in common. I wanted to see if it'd get better, but I just felt like an object for him to think about, consider. Fuck. Use. And I felt like I was next to him again. Hands grasping, holding my neck and twisting round me like a monster. Unmatched. Next guy. We're going to an art gallery. I fucking hate art galleries. It's mostly the fact that I have nothing to say. I'm a craft person, knitting person. Definitely not an arty person though. I look at a painting and nothing really registers. Just a bit of a blank, really. Like, it's often aesthetically pleasing and nice to look at. That's it, really. I have nothing clever to say about it. Even with family, who we know really well, it's awkward. A first date, though, it's even worse. I felt almost uncalled tortured. I had nothing to contribute. Maybe I should have gone with a more interesting place. Or at least somewhere where I can feel comfortable. But the naked forms and women made me uncomfortable now. He was sitting outside the gallery when I met him. Sounds like the beginning of a romance novel, doesn't it? Ha. I did go in for a hug. Warm and comforting. I liked it. And then we had to talk to each other. And I had no idea what to say. I felt trapped, like an animal trained to socialise, talk. I had to say something. I waited for him, I think. He said something at some point like, shall we? Getting us in, moving it along. We had to pay for entry and everything. He goes around. I follow around behind like I'm lost. He gets all close to them, up close, inspecting them. I feel trapped. I want to leave. Not because he's not nice or he's not a nice guy, but being this close to a man, it's the first time in months. Thinking about things like later on, like going back to his, being invited, that kind of thing. He's trying to engage me, make me talk, like some sort of dating trick or socialising plot, something like that. Asks me what I think. I stumble over my words because honestly, I had no idea what to say. I can be bad with new people, men particularly now. I like it. That's what I said. I like it. Fucking idiot. Trying to spend the rest of the day thinking about that, about how ridiculous that was. We spent 2 hours there. 2 claustrophobic hours. And then the lunch. Spilling water on myself and having no appetite. Can't eat when I'm nervous. He thinks I don't like the food. Might ask to take it home with me. Not that I want some. Desperate. Dessert goes down better though. Finished half rather than quarter. I was too nervous to want to drink. No, I think it might have helped. And then back to my bus stop. On the way back, he asks if I want to go back to his. That's what I thought. I manage a no thanks. I've never wanted a bus to arrive this much. And before it does, he grabs me. Hand, waist, pulling me in, and I shake. My mind is screaming. My body is on fire. Look at my soul fire. The bus arrives. He kisses me. Pushes himself against my stiff, frozen corpse. He moves away. He smiles at me and says bye. And the bus leaves without me. taking back another part of myself. Every part I get back, I'm grateful for. Everything is starting to feel more like progress. You told me to take back that part of myself. I don't think I can yet. I can start reclaiming it though. Taking it out of his hands. Taking him out of me. And it felt weird. Weird touching myself without thinking of him. But also good. I prepared and everything. Shaved and put on some makeup, like going for a date. Bought some lube earlier. Pleasure gel, I think they called it. Warming or something like that. I put something on the TV. Background noise mostly. Porn makes me uncomfortable. Didn't used to. I fucking loved it. Looking back on how I was before, it's strange. A confident, sexual being. I don't know that woman, really. You said it might still be there. I hoped it wasn't. Came back that evening though. Actually enjoying it, the sensations, playing around with it, just getting comfortable enough to touch. Recoil. Stop. The first time was difficult. It always would have been. I had to build myself up. Turn up the TV and start watching something to distract me. The loo worked. And I got into it enough that the TV just blurred into the background. Long, deep breaths quickening became all I could hear. It got better. Back arching. I haven't done that since him. This was the first time. I was shaking, overwhelmed and excited, relieved in some ways. I never thought I'd be able to enjoy it again. Somehow I do. Somehow my animalistic instincts to enjoy, feel pleasure, procreate, they get through all this shit. They manage to override and exist within this rotten mess. They're still in me. Over everything, after it all. That person is still there. I'm starting to get them back. took a Christmassy shower today. Cinnamon shower gel. I looked at myself in the mirror afterwards. Looked at my skin. Looked at me. A reprint. A copy of a copy of a copy. DNA mixed with beautiful DNA. And still, all I can see is him on me. His hands on me and grabbing. My body may as well be a map of handprints. Mud. Bloody handprints. I remember seeing myself as a blemish. One whole, living, walking birthmark ready to be lasered off. An unwanted, irregular birthmark. Ugly. Wrong. Something you want to remove. Take off, wash off. And I just want to wash myself off myself. Wash him off myself. I take too many showers. There's a purity in water. Purity I kept trying to find. Trying to wash his smell off me. His hands across my stomach. Even in the shower, as I cleanse myself, he grabs me. Blood-stained fingerprints across my body. A human evidence sheet. She looked different today. This. Me. A little bit less him. A little more me. There is white space between fingerprints and smeared bloodstains. More skin that I have reclaimed as my own. And I feel that way. I like her like this. She stands slightly taller this time. Shoulders less slouched. She is more me. More than ever before. These hands, veined and beautiful, touching myself, me touching me. Long, elegant fingers, fingers for touching, loving, and their arms, strong arms, carried all the emotion, more than my brain. They've held me up when the rest couldn't. From the shoulders, down into the chest, breasts. I used to think they sagged. I still do a bit. My sag though, my breasts, touched only by me now. And the stomach, where most of his handprints were, dipping and protruding, different shaped stomach. My months of comfort eating and starving simultaneously, this stomach of stories. And the crotch. The most sensitive, shivering, remembering part. Speckled with hairs now. Never a rose. Not anymore. Maybe a daisy. I don't know, some sort of flower, but not as beautiful, not as glorious as a rose. My thighs have crossed and pushed together so many times in my self-protection attempts. Not toned, not too big, they're fine. I quite like my thighs. They are my shields. Crossed legs protect my crotch. My saviour, which didn't quite save me when they needed to most. Knees and then calves, again in between toned and thick, average sized. It took me a while to even wear clothes which showed even my calves. As if clothes changed something. I never wore dresses. The same for my feet, strangely. I didn't want anybody. I didn't want any part of my body to be sexual. Wide feet, calloused from my walking. Forget, walk, forget. I thought it would help. My feet are scarred. Inability to help me, can't make me escape. Further up, my neck, off from my shoulders. Beautiful, delicate collarbones. Proof that there is still delicate within me. He didn't take all my femininity. Don't. No. Long, womanly neck. The head on top of it is a blur. Lips that were once chapped with his drunk kissing attempts. Chin. Cheekbones. Sharp, distinct. Fragile skull with a fragile consciousness inside. My eyes watch me every time I look in the mirror. And they're judging my movements, my progress. Hungry for improvement. I cut my hair very, very short after it happened. Not jagged like you see in the movies, more systematic. Weirdly logical, like I was a fugitive on the run, a con planning my disguise. It's getting longer now. Fringe can be parted. I'm starting to look a little more like I did before. When I noticed this, I cried. When I watched myself today, it felt good. Coming home